Hi guys! Hi guys! Finally I am there, but how? However, I got is a buff. Yeah, yeah, I got her. And now I will show you maybe. Okay, whatever. There she is. Okay.
Hey, Burton.
This is powerful, man. This is freaking powerful. Oh my god, like I was expecting her to be strong. I didn't do the demo because whatever I do the demo, I get unlucky. That's why I do not do the demo. But I do the demo after getting lucky. After that, because how I say that is like I try my best, my freaking best. Oh my god, it's not okay. Okay. Yeah, like you get it that right. Okay, let me see if I put this. Okay. Oh my god, like I am working on my stuff and I hope that my movie will get pretty well and we will see that because I wanna do the stuff, you get it, because I wanna show you the my short movie honestly. Okay, wherever you I freaking know.
Those aren't our skills glittering in your eyes. Just in a material I've been working on. The world is changing minute by minute, and progress demands constant innovation, no matter how easy.
Yeah.
I will give you as simple yet complex as this. I will give you as simple yet complex as this.
Ah well. Ah well, let's go. Yeah.
Take a deep breath and relax. This is my debut. I can't fail. Not now. I have to do this for Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov and everyone in the circus. I must make them proud. Mrs. Kozlov told me that I must guide the air through my body until it finds its balance. Left. Right. Good. Now, wave to the audience and say hello. Oh no. I can do this. I'm almost there. Я могу справиться с этим. Сначала мне нужно...
There's no absolute direction up there. Up or down depends on the reference you choose.
I think she has the right to know what the storm really is.
We will still need to cross the year 1999.
Alia, come home.
Oh no, guys. It's not working. Wait.
Vesperina.
Let me see if it is working or not. Aha! Now it's working.
Vitals are stable. Biometrics returning to normal. I'd heard you'd already left. Never thought you'd be back so quickly. It's obvious you care about them. So I'm sure you know what to do when they wake up, Miss Pointer. She hasn't suffered any serious trauma. All that Miss Kipperina here needs is rest. But considering her condition, I recommend she stays here a few days longer for observation.
Thank you. What's the status of the others?
Miss Hisabeth is fine. She was awake earlier. For a few minutes anyway. She signed a donor card. Managed to get all her other siblings to sign it too. Not sure what we'd even do with them. That gentleman and that little salamander guy did the same thing when they woke up. Anyway, it's no cause for concern. I've seen my share of lunatics just like them. The real problem is determining treatment. There are so many details to pay attention to when dealing with these special patients. The dosage, their drug resistance. And I'm not a vet, I had to seek out some professional consultation. No offense, but I'm glad you weren't part of this attempt. Otherwise, I might have had to face all of this by myself.
I may not have approved of their taking on this project, but I'm still on the team. If only the Foundation could devise regulations sufficient to control our staff's recklessness with their own lives.
Maybe they should consider controlling access to plasma candy.
Ugh, forget that. Even I can't help exceeding the recommended dosage sometimes.
I'll be reporting to the headquarters of the rehab center next month. I'll let you know their average dosage by then. Anyway, I need to write up a visitor schedule. We have to make sure our patients get enough rest.
How's she doing? I just left the other ward and thought I might drop by.
Hello, Miss...
Besides, Vila and August have drowned me in letters asking about the project. More importantly, there's a bond between a teacher and her student.
I understand. I'll check in on the others. If you need any help, press that button to call me. By the way, Miss Pointer, Godspeed to you and your team. A bunch of lunatics working together to reach space. Pretty damn cool, I'd say.
Ditto.
Are you being serious? Do you think it's possible we could succeed?
Listen to yourself. We. Weren't you quitting the team? Your comment on Hisabeth's project. You said it was unrealistic. I don't think you really meant that. But even if you do, why not stay and give them a hand? Their latest ideas for the teleportation disc sound solid to me. This one failure shouldn't be enough to walk away. You've worked with Hisabeth long enough. I'm sure you'd already know if she's pursuing a fool's errand. So, what do you really think?
My thoughts are unimportant. All attempts to talk them out of it have failed. And what's worse, the more forcefully I attempt to dissuade them, the more determined they become.
All right, so lay it on me. Why are they doomed to fail?
I see no reason to expend any energy explaining it.
Whatever. I'll just have to make my own judgments on the matter.
Hisabeth is an excellent researcher. Sharp and decisive. On those merits alone, she's earned my trust. My analysis points to a dangerous level of uncertainty in this project. The price of failure, even optimistically, could be much worse than a few days in recovery. There could be more permanent injuries. They could even... My nature compels me to do whatever I can to reduce the danger to our staff. And I want to keep my friends alive. What does it matter if we make it into space and discover whether the storm affects the whole universe? Say that we determine this phenomenon only affects Earth, then what? We can't leave. We don't have the technology to fly off somewhere else. And if instead we determine the storm is indeed universal, and that it will inevitably swallow up the stars, well, then wouldn't it all be pointless? Either way, my calculations are clear. The answer is not worth our lives.
That's how you feel. I get it. So why not tell them?
I've been attempting to find the right time to say it.
Maybe so. Speaking of things to say, I've got some news, and I thought it was better you hear it from me. Laplace has decided to evacuate the spaceport. All staff on site are to be relocated before the end of the month.
Evacuated? Where to? There is critical equipment here that can't be moved in that time frame. Besides, this spaceport was part of our active partnership with the local government.
Sorry, it's just me, or they improved Windsong's look. Because she looks like more light than before, I think. Wait. I remember that she's albino. I know that.
We're moving to our real branch in Plessetsk, aren't we? The one on the edge of the Arctic Circle that's proven immune to the storm. This is our storm emergency plan.
You've got it. All Laplace employees are to spend a week in the care center after reporting to Plesetsk. The local staff will be put on paid vacation, as is usual. Hisabeth was also waiting for the right time. And I guess this is it. Sign this for her, will you? Don't worry, it's not a donor card.
You're asking me to sign this so that my teammates can stay here and die in the storm?
I'm not asking. I'm only delivering it to you. But they know what they're doing here. That's why I want to help.
I need some time. My analysis won't be objective right now.
Sure. Just don't keep your teammates waiting. Our time is short.
Not long ago, Voyager 2 successfully reached Uranus, marking the first ever exploration of this planet in human history. It conducted an examination of Uranus's ring system as planned. After a temporary orbital adjustment caused by its earlier visit to Titan, Voyager 1 continues its journey towards the edge of the solar system. Their future
We already know where they're going and what they're gonna do. Why are you wasting time on old news? As I recall, we've even got a photo from Voyager 1 taken in 1990. It's stored somewhere in the Laplace archives.
That's correct. They even have the development reports from Seaton, and the work done on meteor burst communication tech. But none of the archives mention the whereabouts of the golden records, do they? So there's a chance we'll hear some new clue this time around, like, according to the sudden decrease in Voyager 1's mass, it's been speculated that the golden records were intercepted by an unknown entity.
Intercepted? You make it sound like it was stolen by aliens or space pirates.
A space pirate? I doubt they would have any interest in some ordinary records. Now why don't you get to the point? What's so urgent that you had to switch off the radio?
Oh, I'm making a video. I didn't want the sound drowning out the recording. Should be quiet enough now. Hisabeth, Laplace researcher. So why was I mad enough to join this project? Call it a matter of personal interest. Let me introduce myself in a little more detail, in case you're shocked when you get your first look at me.
Are we there yet? Rats. This is no way to travel. Let me just slither, please. We don't have a choice. We're stuck with this most unfortunate mode of transportation.
Introducing 2 of the 9 siblings of the Dubois family, always loudly at odds and proud of it. Thanks to the cold weather, the others still brumating, so they haven't yet tested my patience.
Welcome. Let me walk you to your office. Your ID card, please. Oh, my apologies.
My patience just run out. Thank you for showing me the way. Why don't we speed up a bit? This place feels as cold as a goddamn morgue. I can barely talk without shivering. When we get to the office, I'll warn them not to scare our colleagues for the 4th time.
Of course. We'll ensure the heat is kept on 24/7 inside your office. Laplace never neglects the little details. Here we are. Go ahead and knock on the door. Miss Pointer should be expecting you. By the way, since you mentioned the cold weather, do you need a thermostat for your lovely pets? We try our best to meet all of our researchers' needs.
Oh, we're all good. My coat works as a kind of thermoregulated insulator. It should be fine.
Understood. And please note that the spaceport here is just a part of our local research collaboration. Laplace's official branch in Plissiesk is actually further north, right on the edge of the Arctic Circle. It has a strict security policy, so you'll need to file an application before visiting. There's no guarantee it will be approved either. Welcome to the Plissiesk Cosmodrome. Goodbye, little Hisi.
You know what, too? I think the staff here are more accommodating than most types we meet.
Or are you just being more of a jerk than usual? Now stay out of trouble and don't call me by my number again. Just so you know, I'm perfectly willing to tie you up by the tails if I start hearing about any missing lab rats. Huh?
I knew I heard someone talking behind the door. Glad my ears don't need tuning. Please, come in. Are you the new researcher on this project?
You've got it. So, I take it you're one of my new colleagues? Two devices, 2 chairs, and 2 standard-issue desks. Is it just the 2 of us?
I expected you to be more rigorous as a fellow Laplace researcher. According to official records, we have a 3rd researcher on the team. An attaché from the local government. In theory, anyway. No one has ever seen or heard of them. It's just a name on the notice board. However, if you insist on ignoring our esteemed co-worker, who I mention out of deep respect for our local partners, then correct, it's just the two of us. So, what do you think of our setup? It's not so bad. At least we're in full control of our budget. Although I recommend setting those budget expectations low.
Cool. Everything's more or less as I expected. An undervalued project in extraordinary times. What kind of bizarre mind hatched up the idea of teleporting supplies directly into space?
Do you believe our goals are unrealistic?
Not at all. Only eclectic, let's say. And I've always been a fan of eclectic theories. They're often a stepping stone to true discovery. I'm certain that the combination of arcanum and science will one day make up the core of our civilization. We're not there yet, but...
It's only a matter of time. Perhaps this project will be the next leap forward. So far, the teleport disk we've developed is functional but unstable. It's a one-way ticket capable of travel only within a short distance. But if we can improve its range and stability, I calculate its value to society to be potentially earth-shaking.
Looks like we'll make for quite a team. But before that, we'll have to make sure our project isn't shut down before it can begin. Which means we need to cook up something worthwhile to put in our report.
To that end, I know you're an expert in aerospace materials. Are there any specific specimens you need? I'll do what I can to source them for you. Oh, but be quick. Our resource applications must be submitted today. The evaluation process and all other little details mean it will take some time to arrive.
Let me see. No, I don't have any particular needs for now. How do you feel about fish?
They're fine. As are those pets you've got dangling in your hair.
Cool. Looks like I've come to exactly the right place. No nosy layabouts around to moan about my hobbies. Speaking of those pets, they're not really pets. I remember mentioning them in my profile. You didn't read it, Whatever, so long as they can hold their own. Then you threw the file into the trash, am I right?
It wasn't quite so dramatic, but yes. I briefly scanned it for your field of expertise and experience. Nothing else mattered to me.
Still, you should get to know your new colleagues. I'm a Melusine. We have snakes for hair, so they're not pets. Technically, you've got yourself a grand total of 9 new co-workers. Surprise!
That is certainly new information. It's unfortunate that Laplace doesn't pay out their sharpodontes by head.
Maybe I can convince them to go in for every 2 heads?
I wouldn't predict your chances to be high, but a larger food allowance seems appropriate, given your additional mouths to feed.
Mind requesting me a corner office? I need a lot of space for my fish tank, pets and plants.
Whatever you want. Let's just finish the report, as then we can apply for additional office space. 1 room for each of us. Deal?
Deal.
Nice working with you.
Well, those first days at least.
Did you go to that ley lines lecture yesterday? I couldn't make it. I've been reviewing this data for the last 10 hours. The model is a mess. Something's off. I can't isolate the issue. It could be the system compiler.